Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain the momentum conservation and center of mass motion. So, firstly, we will consider a system of n particles of masses m1, m2, m3 and up to mn. So, suppose the forces act on m1 is f1, for second particle f2, and this is the f3 and up to fn. So it is exerted on these particles and produce acceleration a1, a2, a3 up to an respectively. In the absence of any external force, total force will be equal to 0. So total force is the sum of F1, F2, F3 and up to Fn. So we know about force from the second law of motion, that is force is equal to mass into acceleration. So F1 is equal to M1 A1, F2 is equal to M2 A2 plus M3 A3 up to Mn An is equal to 0. Okay. So acceleration is the differentiation of velocity with respect to time. So here we will put the formula of acceleration, that is M1 into dV1 upon dt plus M2 dV2 upon dt plus M3 dV3 upon dt and up to Mn dVn upon dt is equal to 0. सो डी अपॉन डी टी यहाँ से कॉमन निकालेंगे, ब्रैकेट में बचेगा m1 v1 प्लस m2 v2 प्लस m3 v3 अप टू mn प्लस mn vn इज इक्वल टू 0. सो m1 v1 इज द p1, m2 v2 इज द p2, m3 v3 is the p3 and m1 vn is the pn. So this is the product of mass and velocity, that is called linear momentum. So p1 plus p2 plus p3 up to plus pn is equal to capital P, that is this is the total linear momentum. So total linear momentum is the constant. Okay, so what is P? P is the total linear momentum of the system. Hence, if no net external force acts on a system, the total linear momentum of the system is conserved. This is the law of conservation of linear momentum. Now the position vectors of the center of mass of n particle system is given by RCM is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus m3 r3 up to mn rn upon m1 plus m2 plus m3 up to mn. So sum of individual masses of this particle is denoted by capital M. So 1 by m in bracket m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus m3 r3 up to mn rn. These expression differentiated on both sides with respect to time. We will differentiate this equation on both sides with respect to time. Then we get drcm upon dt 1 by m m1 dr1 upon dt plus m2 dr2 upon dt and up to mn drn upon dt. Again we will take a common 1 by m in bracket m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus m and vn. So this is the product of mass and velocity. So it is a linear momentum. So in bracket 1 by m in bracket p1 plus p2 plus and up to pn. So when position vector is differentiate with respect to time, it is denoted by velocity. So drcm upon dt will be a velocity of center of mass is equal to 1 by m into p vector. After cross multiplication we get p vector is equal to mvcm. This equation shows that the linear momentum of a system of particles is equal to the product of the total mass of the system and the velocity of its center of mass. Now next topic is rigid body. What is a rigid body? A body is said to be rigid if it does not undergo any change in its size and shape. However large the external force may be acting on it more appropriately, a rigid body is one whose constituent particles retain their relative position even when they move under the action of an external force. ये बोल रहे एक ऐसा ऑब्जेक्ट जिस पर आप जितनी भी चाहो उतना फोर्स लगा दो लेकिन उसके शेप और साइज में कोई चेंजेस नहीं आएगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड रिजिड बॉडीज. सो इट इज इम्पॉसिबल इन प्रैक्टिकल वे because there is no any rigid body where we will apply a external and large amount of external force, then their shape or size does not change. Okay, so but it is a definition, it is an important definition. Now next, What is the center of mass of a rigid body? The center of mass of a rigid body is a point at a fixed position with respect to the body as a whole. So the position of a center of mass of a rigid body depends on two factors. First factor is the geometrical shape of the body. Second, the distribution of mass in the body. And C, third question. Center of mass of a regular bodies. For bodies having regular geometrical shape and uniform mass distribution, the center of mass lies at their geometrical center. The position of the center of mass of some regular bodies are given in this table. आपको बोल रहा है कुछ शेप जो होते हैं फिक्स्ड होते हैं, जिसको हम रेगुलर बॉडीज बोलते हैं, उसके लिए सेंटर ऑफ मास की पोजीशन बताना है आपको. ये लॉन्ग थिन रॉड है, उसके मिडिल पॉइंट पे होगा सेंटर ऑफ मास. थिन सर्कुलर रिंग, तो वहाँ पे क्या होगा, ज्योमेट्रिकल सेंटर ऑफ द रिंग. अगर आपके पास सर्कुलर डिस्क है, जो डीवीडी में चलता था पहले, सर्कुलर डिस्क, उसमें कहाँ होगा सेंटर ऑफ मास, ज्योमेट्रिकल सेंटर ऑफ द डिस्क, सेंटर पॉइंट पे. रेक्टेंगुलर लैमिना, जहाँ पे उनके डायगोनल्स इंटरसेक्ट करते हैं, उसके मिड पॉइंट पे, पॉइंट्स ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ डायगोनल्स. रेक्टेंगुलर क्यूबिकल ब्लॉक में कहाँ होगा, पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ डायगोनल्स. सिलेंडर में कहाँ होगा, मिडिल पॉइंट ऑफ द एक्सिस. सॉलिड और हॉलो स्फीयर में कहाँ होगा, ज्योमेट्रिकल सेंटर ऑफ द स्फीयर. ट्रायंगुलर लैमिना में पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ द मीडियंस. एंड राइट सर्कुलर कोन में कहाँ होगा, अ पॉइंट ऑन इट्स एक्सिस एट अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ h/4 from its base and where h is the height of this cone. This is an important topic. Okay dear children, thank you very much and have a nice day.